video, I would like to share with you 4 principles of achieving any goal in your life. We all have goals. We all have ambitions and dreams and things that we want to achieve. But how we go about achieving those goals is very, very important. And I would like to, in this video, share with you 4 mindset principles, ways of thinking that can really, really help you on your journey towards achieving your goal and achieving your vision and that thing that you really, really want. And I think these 4 are so important. And before I sort of go into them, I want to kind of give an analogy about achieving goals and achieving your dreams. Because in the beginning of achieving anything, any goal, it's really tough. And often in my workshops and coaching sessions, I give the analogy of it's almost like a rocket blasting off, on its journey towards the moon, okay? And it's trying to get to this destination. And in the beginning, the boosters are going, right? 3, 2, 1, blast off, right? And the boosters are going, and the rocket needs the most amount of energy and momentum in the beginning because it's trying to blast off and escape free from the gravitational pull of the Earth. And, after that, it's fine, it's in orbit. But there's a gravitational force acting upon the rocket, pulling it towards the Earth. And it needs a lot of energy and a lot of momentum to actually break free of that gravitational pull. And that's a lot like when we first set out to achieve any goal in our life. There's a gravitational pull acting upon us. The gravitational pull could be our old habits. The gravitational pull could be our thinking patterns. It could be our circumstances and things just holding us down, our own laziness, procrastination, all these sorts of things that are holding us back from blasting off and getting to where we want to go. Our goal, the moon, right? And you need a lot of energy and you need a lot of momentum in the beginning. But there are 4 kind of principles, mindset principles that can really, really help you achieve your goals in life. And I think if you bear these in mind as you move towards your goal, you'll be very, very successful and you won't burn yourself out as well, which is so important. So number 1 mindset principle is the principle of a clear vision, clarity. Because if you don't have clarity about what your destination is, just like that rocket, it's clear, it wants to get to the moon, okay? It's clear about its destination. You've got to, in the same way, have a clear vision about where you want to go. Sometimes we have a very foggy idea about what we want. We're just sort of I sort of want to do this, I sort of want to do that. You've got to have a crystal clear vision about what it is that you're trying to achieve. And your vision can change and evolve. As you go on your journey towards your goal, it can change and it can evolve. But it's always that sense of being clear. And I think you've got to revisit your goal and what you're trying to do again and again and again and again and again and get it clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer until it's crystal clear. I want to do X, Y, and Z. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm heading. So number 1 is a crystal clear vision. And that can be a process of evolution as well, because it's not that, it's set in stone, right? It's a process that evolves, but that clarity is very, very important. So number 1 is a crystal clear vision. Number 2, in achieving your goal, is action, right? Is the principle of determination and action, persistence, not giving up, because it's going to be so tough sometimes, right? It's going to be so challenging. But if you take action, right, and you are always in the process of doing something towards your goal, then you're going to actually get there, right? You're clear about your direction and you're taking action. and you're taking consistent action, and you're being determined, and you're persisting, you're putting in the effort. All these things are like those boosters on that rocket, just going at it, right? Very, very important. So action, persistence, determination, effort, they can all be classed as kind of the same thing for the purposes of this point, is you just got to go for it and not give up, right? That determination, number 2. Number 3 is an extreme sense of positivity, right? An extreme sense of positivity is something that you need, because guess what? Things are not going to go according to plan, right? You've got your clear vision about what you want. You're determined, you're taking lots of action, and you're doing things, but, it's not going to go according to plan. Things are not going to happen as fast as you want them to happen. Things are not going to happen exactly according to your vision. Things are going to go wrong on your journey. You're going to have days where you don't quite, achieve whatever goal that you've set out to achieve, and you're not doing the things that are, right for you to do, and all sorts of things are going to happen. And in those circumstances, it's very, very easy to give up. It's very, very easy to actually say, forget this, I'm not bothering with my goal or my vision, it's too difficult. And what you need is extreme sense of positivity in your life, right? You just need to be a supremely positive person and be able to laugh at yourself, be able to laugh at the circumstances, be able to just sort of, breathe and just carry on in the most positive way. And that is a habit that you can develop. You can develop and train yourself to be an optimist. You can develop and train yourself to look at the glass as half full rather than half empty. It's 100% something that's in our capability to do. But training yourself to be positive is a very, very important. How do you do it? One of the ways I do it is I try to take in as much positivity as possible. I try to hear positive things. I try to read positive things. I try to speak positive words and be aware of the words that I say. Sometimes I get it wrong and I have my off days, but I always try to put in as much positivity into myself, and I always try and express that positivity outwards as well. And it's such an important thing, because I believe that today in our society we're actually drowning in a sea of negativity. Everyone's negative, right? You put on the media, it's negative. You put on the news, it's negative. You talk to your neighbor or this or that, and they've got something to complain about, and this and that, and everybody's moaning about this and that. There's so much negativity. We're drowning in a sea of negativity, and it's the easiest thing in the world to be negative. But to be positive is very, very important, especially if you're trying to achieve certain goals in your life or trying to get somewhere. And you've just got to fight against the gravitational pull of negativity, and train yourself to be positive. So that's principle number 3. A crystal clear vision is number 1. Number 2 is action and determination and persistence. Number 3 is an extreme sense, an abnormal sense of positivity. And you can train yourself to do that, right? Stay positive despite everything going wrong, everything going to pot. And number 4, which I actually think is one of the most important principles of achieving any goal in life, and it's something that's not often, spoke about, and it's something that's not often in the consciousness of people when they talk about achieving goals and achieving your ambitions. Everybody's always like, rah, 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 go, and work hard and do this and do that and just keep blasting ahead. But actually, a very, very important principle to stay sane whilst you're actually moving towards your goal is the idea of patience. Being patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. Be patient with the circumstances around you. Being patient. It's such an important principle because nothing's going to happen overnight. Nothing's going to happen just like that. There is a process involved in everything. It's like, Stephen Covey, in one of his books, he speaks about the principle of nature. that you plant a seed, and you don't just get a tree and fruit straight away. You plant a seed and you have to water that seed, and it grows into a plant and it grows into a tree over time. But by being consistent, watering that seed every single day, and eventually over time you get the fruit. And there was a process, right? We're living in a world now where everybody wants everything right now, here and right now, but it doesn't work like that. So there is a process to everything, and you have to develop patience. You have to develop the ability to wait. But what's important in this is to still stay determined. I like to call it relentless patience. You've got to have relentless patience, and the two things seem like they are opposites. On one hand, there's relentlessness, determination, going for it, drive. And on the other side is patience, waiting, letting go. And it's both things, right? They seem like opposites, but actually two opposing forces can actually create forward momentum, right? They seem like they're opposites, but actually they're it's a very, very important thing. And the analogy that sometimes I use is the one of the swan. The swan is so peaceful, right? It's on the surface. When you see on the surface of the water, if you ever see a swan, it's such a beautiful sort of sight, this swan gliding across the surface of the water. But underneath the surface of that water, that swan's legs are going like the clappers. It's swimming away, right? And it's still going forwards, but it looks so serene, right? So in the same way in your life, you've got to have determination, you've got to take action, you've got to go forwards, but at the same time, you've got to have patience, right? And I think if you have all four of these things, it can help you very much achieve your goal in life. When you're clear about your vision, you're clear about exactly what you want, when you are determined and you take consistent action towards your goals, when you are supremely, extremely, abnormally positive about where you want to go and about your life and where you are now, and when you are patient, right? An active patience, a relentless patience can actually get you to where you want to be, escape the gravitational pull of the earth, get to the moon and get beyond, and wherever you want to go, you can do it. So I hope these four principles have been of use to you. I hope you can start to apply them into your life. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please help me by subscribing to this channel, give it a like, leave a comment below, and help me to know that whatever I'm putting out into the world is of use to people, because this is sort of the beginning of my journey in terms of YouTube and sort of building my channel, and I want to know that the content that I'm giving is of use to people. If there is something that you would like me to actually do a video on as well, please let me know as well, and reach out to me through one of my social media platforms, and I would be more than happy to do a video on that topic for you. So until next time, thank you.